guys, I'm Allie and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing my October and September book haul for you guys. So all my books have been kind of boxed up. I wasn't even thinking about it when I did it, but I put some of the books that I bought in September into one of the like 30 boxes of books that I have. That's why I didn't really do a haul in September. I am going to mention the books here, even though I don't physically have them or know where they are at currently. Other than that, I have 17 books, I believe, to show you and tell you guys about today. And now let's get into the books. So the things that I got in September but don't have here. One was Sadie. If you guys saw my unplugged boxing, they had Sadie in the box. It was awesome because I absolutely love Sadie. It is one of my favorite books that I've read this year. This book that has two points of view. One is from this girl. Her sister has been killed and she goes in search of the killer. She knows who the killer is and she goes in search of him. The other is from a podcast about missing girls and it is following Sadie as she goes and is like hunting down this guy. Like they are like trying to figure out where Sadie has gone. The book that I got from the bookie box was Seafire. I honestly don't remember what this is about, but I've seen a lot of hype around it lately. I thought that was one that I left out. Oh, wait. I do. It's here. Okay, so I actually have Seafire out. It was sitting out. I don't know why. It is about this girl. Her family was killed by a corrupt warlord. She is left to chart her own course in the deadly sea. She captains her own ship with a crew of girls and women just like her who have lost their families and homes because of this guy and his men. She finds herself questioning whether to let him join their crew. Is this boy the key to taking down him, or will he threaten all of the women on board? So this is an all-female pirate crew. Sounds amazing. I'll probably save this for the next Scallywag-a-thon. Why am I out of breath? Then I ordered some books from Barnes & Noble. They had some sort of special sale and I ended up getting 3 books for like the price of one basically. One of which was Strange the Dreamer. This was one of my favorite books that I read this year. I am still just in awe of how like Laini Taylor created her own like modern mythology and such this complicated world and like a story that is unlike anything I've ever read before. This is about Laszlo. He is the dreamer, Strange the Dreamer, and basically he remembers this world, but one day this world just straight disappears. It is this like magical world where these gods rule, and one day it just disappears. He can't even say the name of the town, like it just won't work. He ends up going to study, and basically these warriors or whatever they are come to him. They study alchemy and they're like, we're going to find the city that, you know, apparently does not exist. We're gonna go find it. Laszlo's like, well, hey, I know some stuff. So they take him along. It also follows from the point of view of why can't I ever remember her name? And she is part of this like world in the clouds kind of deal that overlooks this world. But her and Laszlo have been like meeting in his dreams. So it's really insane and it's really lovely, and I just had to have a copy. The other one was Dread Nation. This was another one that I really enjoyed, I really loved. This is a zombie novel, but it takes place kind of during the Civil War. Slaves have been freed, but only so that they can be trained as assistants to kill zombies for white people. Our main character is one of these assistants. She goes to this boarding school to learn how to kill off zombies. She is one of the best. However, some things happen and she realizes that this family that she has been close to has just got up and left. Didn't leave any word with her. She doesn't know what's happened. So she goes to investigate and see what's going on, and things just aren't as they seem. And so some things happen and she is, you know, she gets herself into some trouble and some danger, and there are zombies. It is by far one of the most exhilarating books that I've read this year. I loved it. It was action-packed. I just loved our main character. She was so strong. It's all very, very interesting. The other one is Furyborn, and this is, I believe it takes place on 2 different timelines. It's about like this queen. She is told like, this princess, queen, I don't know what she is, but she's like, basically you're either gonna be like this good person or this bad person. I don't know exactly. Her destiny can either be really good or really bad. And then it also takes place like hundreds of years later, and it follows someone else who is in like a very similar position or something along those lines. I don't know. I've heard really awesome things. I love fantasy. Now we're gonna get into some of the other things. I'll talk about 2 of my most like anticipated releases in October, one of which was Kingdom of Ash, which I don't actually have here with me. It is at the place that I am currently staying at because I'm still reading it. But Kingdom of Ash is the very last one in the Throne of Glass series. It's the very last one. Oh my god. I love the Throne of Glass series. I don't care what no one says. Okay, that shit is fun to read. It is a good time. It's not actually a good time, I'll probably cry. But still, I've been loving this series. If you guys don't know, the first one follows Selena Sardothian, who is an assassin. And she goes to compete to be the king's, like, official assassin kind of deal. But there are some, like, things that are happening. The magic has been taken away from the land, and she's finding, like, all these secrets and this weird secret magic thing that's happening. It's all interesting, and you guys, if you haven't checked out the Throne of Glass series, I'm sure that you have and you have heard of it, but I love it and I'm so sad that it's ending. And if you guys don't know, Kingdom of Ash is a whomper. It has like Bible thin pages. They really soft to touch though, so. Then the other one was this special edition of Red Rising. This is an exclusive edition. It is also signed by Pierce Brown and it has illustrations throughout it. Let me see if I can find one. It has like illustrations throughout it and stuff. So that seems like lots of fun. I love the Red Rising series. I haven't actually finished it. We're not going to talk about that. One of my favorite series that I am still making my way through, but this is such a complex world. It is futuristic and it takes place in space, and it is about like how society has come to be ruled by colors, and basically you're placed in a color and like red is the lowest and gold is the highest. And this follows Darrow, who is a red, and basically after some things happen in his compound, they have been saying that like Mars, they have to cultivate Mars so that it will be livable one day, so he's working hard so that society can have a future on Mars, and blah 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 blah. And then he finds out that society has already been living there for quite some time. So Darrow is sent to infiltrate the Golds, and things go from there. Red Rising follows him at a Gold Academy. It is bloodthirsty. The tactics that Pierce Brown came up with during like these battles and wars that they had was insane. The first one is definitely very much like an adult Hunger Games. I know it has been compared to that, but it's better and gorier, and there's actually action, and it's not just people like running from each other. They actually do things to each other, and it is wild. So these books have been sent to me in some way or form, one of which is this graphic novel. It's called The Three Escapes of Hannah Arendt. This is a graphic novel. So this was actually my coworker won a copy of this, and she knows that I like graphic novels, so she went ahead and gave it to me. I don't really know what this is about. 1951 book, The Origins of Tolerism, which with its powerful and timely lessons for today has become newly relevant. She led an extraordinary life enduring Nazi prosecution. Oh my goodness. I'm assuming that has something to do with this woman who has escaped the Nazis and such. So then we have What the Woods Keep, and this was the book that was in the Unplugged book box last month. This has a gorgeous cover, and again they have included a letter that says read after you finish the book. I just love that. I think that is so neat. This has, again, one of the most beautiful covers. This girl inherits her home, her like childhood home at 18, but in order to actually get the home, she has to find the things that are like hidden inside the home, and they're very dark and it's a secret, and apparently there's something inside that she has to use the gifts to destroy. So it's all coming back from her mother's mysterious disappearance a decade ago, her father's crazy theories, and her own dark dreams of strange symbols and rituals. As soon as she arrives in her hometown, it begins. There are like secrets, the boy next door is like coming around, and things that are really threatening reality are happening. This sounds like a spooky read. I probably should have read it in October. Your girl just don't have time, but it is a beautiful book. We had Mirage, which was the Fairy Loot book of last month, and Fairy Loot always has like a special edition. They've really just been doing the sprayed edges, which is really awesome, really neat. I'm a fan. I almost have enough to do a rainbow now. She's kidnapped and taken secret to the royal palace. There she discovers she is nearly identical to the cruel half-princess. That princess is so hated that she has to become a body double to appear in public. She can't help but enjoy the palace's beauty and her time with the princess's fiance. But any wrong move could mean her death. I think this is more on the romance side, and basically it's about this girl who has to pretend to be this super awful person in case someone wants to kill her. And then this last beautiful book was in the bookie box, and it is The Lantern's Ember. Excuse you? What was that? By far one of the best covers I have ever seen. I love this cover. The gateway to the other world, a realm crawling with fiendish beasts. Jack the ever vigilant, blah blah blah. He's supposed to keep mortals bound. She goes and she tries to cross into the forbidden thing, even though he's trying to chase her off. Everything in his power to rescue her before things descend into chaos. Then we have, I don't want to show you guys my address, but I have a book here that was actually sent to me by Jonathan over at Gryffindor Books. I'll leave a link to his blog down below. He was ever so kind to just surprise me with a book in the mail, was like, hey, this is coming. And believe me, it is much appreciated because your girl's been having a rough time. Who doesn't want to get surprise book mail? I did cut it, or attempted to cut it before I came over here, but I haven't peeked inside. So this is a secret unboxing that we're gonna do here right now. So you guys tell me what it, oh, I forgot that these open weird. I don't, okay, I peeked, I'm sorry. I was gonna try to bring it out, but there's so much stuff shoved in here because Barnes & Noble or Books A Million or whoever this is that sent this likes to put all the coupons that aren't even relevant in there. Oh my god. This is crazy. How crazy is that I just bought Strange the Dreamer too. This is awesome, Jonathan. Thank you so much for sending this to me. This is amazing. I was afraid that I wasn't going to be able to get around to this anytime soon just because your girl's bank account has been in crisis mode for like all year. So if I had the actual copy of Strange the Dreamer here, I would show them side by side because these are beautiful, they are shiny, they are mesmerizing. So I'm so super excited to continue this series, and I'm just like in awe. Like, you did not have to do that. Like, thank you so much. I'm so freaking excited to get to this. I don't know when, but I will. I can't wait. Is this a duology or a trilogy? Does anyone know? Look how beautiful this is. Oh my god. We have the rest of the stuff which came from Penguin. Penguin had sent me a box of things that I had requested from them. And I don't know why I keep doing this to myself because we all know I ain't really got the time. One of which was the Arsonist, and I love the cover of this book. This is just absolutely beautiful. This is, I don't even know what this is, solving a murder, finding the truth. Apparently her mother killed herself, but she doesn't believe it. And her father is on death row for some crimes. Oh, this follows like 3 different people. So 2 people are brought together to find Ava's murderer. They realize there's more to her life and death than meets the eye. Something out there is lying to them and someone out there is guiding them along, desperate for answers. So, yeah, I don't really know what this is about still. Then we have Give the Dark My Love, and we also have Beasts Made of Night. I don't know if you guys have seen, but there's actually a readathon that's going to be happening, and these books are featured in that readathon. I have a video on it somewhere. But it is being hosted by several large booktubers, and they're going to be doing buddy reads of these books. I have other copies of them as well because Penguin, I guess, I didn't know that they were going to send them to me already, or I probably would have, I don't know. I'm just rambling. A deadly plague has been sweeping through the north and it's making its way through the city. With her family lives and the lives of all of the island citizens on the line, she is determined to find a cure to the plague. Sounds interesting. Beasts Made of Night. Is this the sequel or is this the original? So apparently this corrupt magus can magically extract sim from a simmer in the form of scene beasts. Leave the creature sprawled from feelings of guilt. The 17-year-old narrator, he's very talented at what he does. When he kills a sin beast, a tattoo of the beast stains his skin, while the guilt of committing the sin appears in his mind. While most are driven mad, he is cocky and desperate to find for his family. He's called to eat the sin of a royal. He faces off against the most fearsome beast he's ever encountered. The battle doesn't end at the beast's demise. The sin opens his eyes to a dark conspiracy, and there was someone in the palace plotting to destroy the kingdom. Now he must fight to save the homeland. Intriguing story concept, and you can see the different animals. This is a beautiful cover. Then we have 4 Dead Queens, and I don't know what this is about, but how intriguing is that title? They find themselves entangled in a conspiracy that leaves all 4 of the queens dead. Oh dear God, girls, what did you get yourselves into? With no other choices and on the run from their former employee, they decide to join forces, endeavoring to discover who has killed the queens and save their own lives in the process. They must overcome their own dark secrets in hopes of a future together that seemed impossible just days before, but first they have to stay alive, untangle the secrets behind the 4 dead queens. This is the ARC, and I will be buying a final copy as well, even though they changed the covers and they're hideous, but we won't talk about that. That is the Dark Days Deceit. This is the very last one in the Dark Days trilogy. Oh my God, guys. If you have been putting off the Dark Days Club, don't do it anymore, because it is amazing. It is 1800s demon hunters, okay? Is there anything better? No, there is not. There is not. I am a sucker for 1800s demon hunters, okay? They are just so much more fun than an average story, and I don't know why. But this follows Lady Helen, who has kind of been thrust into this world of demon hunting. She didn't even know she had this ability, and now all of a sudden she can see these demons that are hunting the world, and Lord Carlston is the guy teaching her the way around the demon world. Lord Carlston, though, has a lot of bad things going on with his rep, and so her family is really against her being seen with him, blah, 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 blah. Of course, Lord Carlston is charming and witty, and you can't help but fall in love with him. So Lady Helen probably does too, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, I'm so super excited because I feel like the second one left off on such a cliffhanger. I remember sitting in my room and just like staring at the wall for like 2 hours after I finished the second one and being like, I need the third one. This is one of my most anticipated sequels. So I'm hoping to get around to this. This is on sale November 20th. I'm so freaking excited for it. I think 4 Dead Queens comes out in February. So these are things to have on your radar. Definitely get around. There's still time to read this series. It is amazing. I'm probably going to be making a video about the series as a whole. So thank you Penguin and Jonathan, Fairy Loot Box, Unplugged Box, Boogie Box, all of them for sending me so many books. Otherwise I would only have like 4 things to show you guys. I hope you guys have liked this video. Don't forget to subscribe to see future book hauls from me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!